$59,000 that was announced by Trillium today is dedicated over a 3-year span. That 3-year commitment is funds towards hiring an individual with expertise who in particular can handle the niche processing component of the facility. So what we're looking for is someone who has a background in food, but who can also build relationships with the agricultural community as we move forward. So it's a bit of a mixed position. One of the reasons Trillium has made this generous donation is they're also looking to have us encourage the use of the facility, build community around it, especially youth. And even as the announcement is prior to the announcement, we've had members of the agricultural community, especially the more senior members of the agricultural community, starting to volunteer to help support this effort. So that individual will sort of build that capacity around those people as well.
This project is really near and dear to my heart. It's an exciting project. It supports our agricultural community not only in Cramahe Township but in Northumberland County, across eastern Ontario. And it's as a result of the BRD study that was done last year. And this project is exciting. It involves province, the federal government, as well as the local municipalities and Northumberland County and the counties around it. So it's really a true partnership, and it's an exciting part to be of. Really thank Trillium for their money. It will be put to good use. It's an integral part of us being fundraising to put this project on the road, and can't thank you enough for your help on that. And thanks to Dan and Christy, our CAO, who helped put the application together. And again, great morning for us. Thanks very much.
The incubator, the key element of the incubator is the niche processing capacity. Many of the smaller farmers here are looking for second source farm income. So for instance, if you're a strawberry grower, one of the challenges we have here is it's feast or famine. They all come at once. A facility of this nature would allow for processing either quick chill or quick freeze, storage, and then it's one way for the farming community to extend the life of their product and then have that product available for sale, whether it's to bakery or retail trade or jam producers or what have you. Think of sweet corn. End of the day, you need some place where you can strip the corn, package it, and it's still sweet corn but can be sold in another form. So it's all about fruit and veg processing. There's no meats involved in this, and we've not sort of verged into dairy or cheese at this point in time. We're starting small, and the intent is it will build out. So the facility, recognize that the facility won't probably run year-round. It'll have peak seasons and low times. But those low times are then dedicated to some of the other monies, for instance, that have been put up by Trillium to do public education, community outreach. You know, we have lots of individuals who've never seen a raw potato before, what to do with it. So since it's a food preparation area, that type of community development work as well.
Sure, it's great news. The Trillium funding is certainly a key component into this project. We've got a lot of partners, the province, the federal government, the county, the local municipalities, and the counties in the area, eastern Ontario, are part of this. So it's really an exciting project. It means a lot for Cramahe Township, but also means a lot for the whole area. And I love the fact that we're able to support the agricultural community. It's a key part of our industry. It's our largest industry in Northumberland County. The idea that this incubator be developed came out of a business retention and expansion survey where volunteers interviewed hundreds of businesses, hundreds of farmers, hundreds of restaurants and food processors, and this need came out of that study. And so it's great to see that we're finally putting the money together to get it off the ground, and the Trillium announcement, which goes towards the wages, supports that for 3 years, is just a really key component of that.
The request for proposal went out at the beginning of the month. It closes next Friday, May 31st. We'll do the review on that, and then we'll get moving to build the shell of the building. And we're still in the midst of doing the interior design as to what type of cooking facility we actually require. Some of the challenges that we're faced with is ensuring that it is a food-safe facility. But we've come up with some design features that we think can accommodate that quite easily.
This has been a very exciting several weeks for Northumberland County, and I must say this is just as exciting, and maybe perhaps the most exciting announcement that I've seen in quite some time. Hooray for agriculture in Northumberland County! And before I speak to my scripted notes, I want to say thank you very much to Dan and Tricia and our crew in Economic Development and Tourism in Northumberland County. You know, I've often said there's no silver bullet to economic development. And it takes a lot of little things to make something big happen. And this has been ongoing for quite some time. And again, with the amount of partners that you brought in, not only from our region, but from regions beyond, who believe in this project to make it come to fruition is just absolutely unbelievable. And I hope you'll speak to some of those partnerships that have come together to help fund this project.
Based on the funding that we've collected from other sources, there's sort of a drop-dead date of no later than February 2014. We look to see the shell up by November and then contents in by the end of January.
It is my pleasure to be here today with you and express my appreciation to the Trillium Foundation for their support to help grow and support our agricultural community in Northumberland County, but also as far as Kawartha Lakes to Frontenac County, also partners in this project. This announcement would not have been made possible if not for the collaboration and cooperation exhibited by the Township of Cramahe. And we're really happy that this is being essentially built in Northumberland County on or near the 401 in the heart of our agricultural community. It's this type of collaboration which allows innovation like this to take place. By working together, by recognizing that in agriculture in particular, there are no boundaries between neighboring jurisdictions when it comes to producing food, and there are only markets and other opportunities. And certainly creating a niche processing facility that can support a major, if not the largest component of our economic base is absolutely critical. To the Foundation and to Cramahe, and to the tremendous support we've garnered from the agricultural community, I give you my heartfelt thanks. And here's to Northumberland County one more time. What a couple of months this has been for Northumberland. Thanks, Dan.
In order for this to work, there's probably not enough volume in Northumberland alone to make this whole enterprise viable. So the intent was that based on the research work we've done with neighboring communities, Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough, Hastings, Prince Edward, Frontenac, we gathered enough information and momentum that suggested that there's enough if we bring those partners in as well. So those various community futures organizations have donated or provided funding for the project as well. So it's really taking on a regional aspect. So that regional aspect's a key element in making this work.
On behalf of the on behalf of farmers, thank you very much to the Ontario Trillium Foundation and all of the partners in this project. We're very, very excited. This project is the inspiration of our farmers and our foodies. And that collective group see endless possibilities, and when they are empowered, they make great and great tasting things happen. So thank you very much, and our agricultural community is absolutely amazing, and that includes not just Northumberland, but like Dan said, from the city of Kawartha Lakes all the way to Frontenac County, and this is going to be an amazing project. Thank you for all of your support.
Why here? Why Colburn? The agricultural community who we're actively engaged with suggested this be their preference. They felt that if it was in West Northumberland as an entity, be it Port Hope or Colburn, has significant facilities. They really felt something in the middle of the county would be more readily accessible. Also, having the Big Apple as sort of a brand point of location is key. It's interesting. Most people can always identify Northumberland by that apple, and so making that accessible for our other partners from Frontenac to Kawartha Lakes makes it relatively easy. So we're hoping for a site across the road in the industrial park here. The tender sort of tried to specify that area mainly for convenience and accessibility in and off the road and where they go. This is about collaboration, and it has a lot of moving parts, and nobody else is doing this. And we certainly thank the Trillium Foundation for being part and parcel of what we're about to do here. Our other partners include the federal government in terms of the Community Futures Organization, and not only Northumberland Community Futures, but 5 other neighboring Community Futures organizations, including Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough, Trenval, North and Central Hastings, as well as Prince Edward, Lennox, Addington. Add to that the support that the county has put behind this project and the types of partnerships and relationships we've developed with the Northumberland Federation of Agriculture, as well as some of the food manufacturing facilities within Northumberland who have come to the table and said, we'd like to help. So this is important. This is second source income, second source revenue for the farming community, and opportunities to create employment opportunities for our youth. To start to think about succession planning as our current group of farmers age and wish to continue the tradition of farming and supply of food. So this is important, and we'll do great things with this. So once again, thank you very much, and I'm sure you'll be back because there'll be more announcements.